Good morning. So this morning with Miss Daisy, we're going to practice focus work. We're just out here about a block or so away from home. I chose this spot because it's got some grass. Good girl. An area next to the road where we'll have a boundary. Good girl. And also some shade. It's not too hot out, but it'd be good to be able to kind of work in non-direct sunlight if possible. Stay a little bit cooler, a little bit of a nice breeze out. And I also have her on the freedom leash. The reason for this is because when I'm starting focus work, oh, good girl, good body. Yeah, good job. When I'm starting focus work, I'm not trying to force it. I actually want her to be distracted and then come back and choose to hang out with me. Okay? I don't have the leash locked. She's gonna be a little scared there because the car is coming away. Oh, I think that's actually because the garage door made a sound when it started closing. So still getting her out and good girl, used to the environments and everything. Good girl, there you go. Good girl, hi, hello. Girl, right? Giving her some freedom to go explore the world, have her boundaries, get the smells in. And all I want to do is just positively reinforce and hang out with her when she decides that I'm the most interesting, fun thing out here. This works well because it's just a bond building exercise. It's a good combination of desensitizing her to her surroundings, as well as getting her just used to coming back to me all on her own for a reward. I'm not going to be calling her. I'm not going to be pulling on the leash, unless, of course, to keep her from getting ran over in traffic, or if she's getting into something she shouldn't be. But I want her to kind of go out and explore, and then feel free to check back in. Good girl. Hang out with me for pets and praise. Some treats. Good girl. Right. Oh, hi. Oh, good job. Got stuff in your eyes or hair. I don't know what that is. Gonna have to give you a little brushing later. Bless you. So she's hanging out with me for a little bit here. Good girl. We've got the sound of some birds going on over there. Another car coming up here. Let's see if that startles her or anything. Good girl. Mildly interested. Check back in. Good. I'm gonna offer her a chew treat. See if she's interested in that. Oh. Good girl. Let her go back out, explore. Good girl. she was interested in something over there. Wanted to go explore, but then hit the end of the leash. Good girl. Whenever she comes back, have something new. Try to engage her with. Sometimes it's a toy, sometimes it's a treat. Just to see what really kind of piques her interest. And it's gonna be different because one of her favorite toys to play with inside holds no value out here. Right? Oh, there we go. Right? We make it a little bit more engaging by adding some movement and some tug with her. She heard the sound of the car. Good girl. You see how distracted she gets. There's the highway right past those trees over there. She hears the cars. Good girl, good potty. She had to pee. Another rumbling of the sound. And even though this is technically focus work that we're working on, it's more so just getting her used to all of the distractions around and then just giving her praise when she focuses on us. Paying close attention to what distracts her, what startles her, as well as what interests her. You know, some things that work well for one pup may not work well for another pup. Right now we're just playing with a bag full of treats. See if she can smell it, that it's in there. And there's also a little girl over there. Hi. Good girl. At the end of the lead, she came back. Good girl. Good job. She's very interested in the little girl. We got a treat ready there. Just want to reward her for when she checks back in on me after she gets distracted. Especially when it's because of another person. Just giving her some back scratches. Good girl. Yeah. Bless you. Girl. job. So that little girl moving around all the way over there is interesting enough to just generate that focus that she needs, right? And they're not even trying. They're just being interesting. Good girl. Whereas we're over here trying our hardest with everything that we have for her to pay attention to us. Good girl, thank you. Now I'm just using movement as well. Good girl. Yes, good job. Good girl. Go ahead and get a treat ready. The main thing is acknowledging her when she acknowledges us. Good girl. Next part is making her feel rewarded for being close by. Not punishing her for being far away right now. Good girl, thank you. Good job. Good girl. I'm just focusing on whenever she's looking up at us. Good girl. Just walking around. Oh, good girl. I'm going this way. Very good. Good girl. So she's got her distractions in front. She's moving in front of us, but she's still checking back in, which is really good. I'm gonna start to slowly walk the other way now. Good girl. And I didn't pull the leash. I didn't hit the pressure. She just recognized on her own that I was going in a different direction and chose to follow. So that was really good. Good girl. I'll have another treat ready for her if she decides to come by. Here's the motorcycle. Good girl. And I'm just gonna walk back and forth for a little bit. I want her to get used to this new, check out the different smells, chase after the birds. She hit the end of the leash there, so she couldn't keep going. Yes, good girl. And now I'm gonna start walking back the other way. Yes, good job. Good girl. She heard a dog barking, but now I'm walking back and she's coming with. Good girl. Just getting her used to following me and focusing on me as much on her own as possible. Oh, we're going number 2. Good girl. Right? Back to walking back and forth. I want to get it to the point where it's almost predictable for her. And then I want to change it again. Good girl. Get to the end, stop, turn. Oh, good job. Good girl. Hanging out in a certain area and letting them free roam, and then rewarding them for when they check back in on their own works really well because it gives them an opportunity to explore but then feel rewarded for checking back in. Adding movement here helps to promote them to follow you. She could go left, right, forward, backwards. She can keep pulling to go home if she wanted to. Good girl. But she's choosing to refocus and to follow me. Good girl. And I'm doing my best to let her know that I really appreciate that. And I'm gonna stop again. Good girl. Okay, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm not asking her to follow me. I'm not forcing her with the leash to follow me. I'm not even calling her for treats to follow me. She follows me, and every now and then, usually when I turn around and change direction, I reward her. Good girl. Hey, good girl. Gonna do maybe one more round? Yes, good girl. I do want to try to be as consistent as possible. Good girl. By marking that moment of focus, because that's the most important thing. And then also rewarding her when she's very close to me and she comes back to me to that spot. And that's how she gets the treats. I'm not luring her. I'm not calling her to come back for it. She comes back, and that thing is gonna be, that reward is gonna be there for her, all right? That consistency. Good girl. And one more time. Very good. Good. Very good, there. So she got distracted by a smell. She worked through it all on her own, just because I was walking forward. Girl. All right, so now she did really good there. I'm gonna try to move over to the next spot. Walk around for a little bit. I wanna try to find an area where, I can't get her wound up or tangled up on anything. We're also gonna go ahead and drop off this bag as well. Looking for maybe some shade. There we go, this will be good. Okay. And even though it looks like there aren't very many distractions in this area, to us, for her, there's plenty of smells. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Here. Good. Good job. Right. So now I'm just gonna walk back and forth here for a bit. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Letting her explore, letting her work through all of the distractions. And I'm just walking. I'm offering as little guidance as possible on where to go and what to do, and just being ready to reward her for when she refocuses. Good girl. She hit the end of the leash there. She immediately came back, saw that I was turning around, changed directions with me. Good girl, very good. Girl. Turning around. Yes. You noticed? A little bit of leash pressure there. She wants to run and play. Good girl. So now that I have her attention, good girl. I'm not gonna do anything, just to show you what she would do. Found something interesting to run towards, felt the leash pressure, came back. Good girl. Good job. Good girl. Good job. She really wants to go that way. So I know that if she follows me the other way, she's going against what she wants to do, just to follow me. Stay focused on me. All right, so she wants to go that way. I'm going this way. Good girl. Giving her more freedom, especially in the mornings when they have more energy, is a great way to get out that exercise and pay close attention to how they're doing. She's doing great with the leash pressure response, and she's actually doing pretty good about just checking back in and following me as I move around. Good girl, yes. Because she got distracted by something on the ground there, thought I'd make it easier for her to refocus on me by walking in front of her line of sight. Okay, so now I'm going, good girl, thank you, in the same direction that she wants to go, which means she might also just check out more. Hit the end of the leash and then come back. Or, good girl, she's actually checking back in on me to make sure that I'm following her still too, because she can't see me. So in a way, good girl, even though she's in front and she's leading the way, she's still refocusing back onto me behind her. Good girl, good job. And go ahead and reward her for that one. Hi. Good girl. I'm not moving. I know where she wants to go. Good girl. I'm letting her see where I want to go. Good girl. So since I want to stay here, she keeps coming back to me. We keep hanging out right here. Good girl. Oh, good job. Didn't ask her to come, didn't ask her to stay. I just gave her praise and some affection and some attention when she's close by. Good girl. She wants to stay close by. She's got some distractions going on. Good girl, but she's still maintaining focus. I know that's you. Oh, we got an itch. Oh my. Good girl. So now she's just sitting and waiting patiently with us. Good girl. Alright. Go ahead and pause the video here. Go ahead and take care of her mess. Walk around for a little bit more. The good part about this kind of exercise is that it's not too strenuous. Good girl. She's definitely doing still a good bit of work walking back and forth and using her nose and redirecting. So she's still doing a good bit of work. but it's not quite as intensive, right? So this kind of exercise is easier to do for extended periods of time, but it's still a good idea to kind of give her a break, get her some water, let her rest and relax, and then start all over again. Good girl. She hit the end of the lead. She comes back. Good girl. Good girl. She really wants to get going. Oh, good girl. Good weight.